Hey.
Did I hear that?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay. All right.
I didn't think you upgraded Zoom for us all.
Yeah.
I didn't know I did neither. That's news to me. But
I didn't know you had Alexis in here. That's what's up, man.
Alexa.
Oh, my bad.
Alexa sound like a hooker or something.
Yeah, I only answer to Cortana.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so this episode of Blerd.Talk, the topic is I keep looking at it. It's so sad. Financial well-being and investment in the Black community. Alex, since you are our unofficial financial advisor.
I'll pull the disclaimer. Whatever comes out of my mouth, don't take as actual financial advice. You cannot sue me. I am not obligated for any missteps that you may do. Speaking of people who invest in cryptocurrency, I am not. You just can't.
Doge to the moon. Doge to the moon.
Doge to the moon. So anyway,
if you go broke, it's your fault.
The moon.
Yeah, please. So the purpose of this topic was based on, I think it was a CNBC article I read that said by the time pretty much, I don't even know if it adjusted for our age group to get to 65, but assuming you wanted to retire at 65, and I asked everyone in the thread, so Jacque, you'll be the first one we'll pick on for this. How much money do you think you would need to retire at the age of 65?
Depends how long I'm gonna live.
Let's say you live until 85, because I think that's what the article went to, from 65 to 85.
It's about 20 years. Let's assume that like your lifestyle is about like, I don't know, 100K a year.
Mm-hmm.
So 20 times 100K is like what, 2 million?
All right, so 2 million for you. Ghost, I don't think I picked on you for this.
No,
or did I? I did.
Yeah,
what was your guess?
I think I said like 500,000 or something like that.
I think you were like 500.
Yeah.
Kenny, Afro, what was yours?
8 million.
8 million?
You gotta
you actually probably have to do all the math for whatever goes on. Who knows at that point? But
yeah, you gotta admit, I have I don't. It's not that I have a lavish life. I want to have kids and I have a wife.
Yeah. He's like a family man. That's not just him anymore.
Yeah. So y'all hear that?
Yeah. I think that
you guys are literally on my phone.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So yes, but the number roughly estimated to somewhere between 1.7 to 2.5-ish million dollars to retire at 65. And I was just like, all right.
That's
now
absurd.
the article didn't specify if you have a spouse, which if you do, times 2. And then like, Afro said, if you have kids, like what are you gonna leave behind for them? So the thing is, I was sitting there thinking, I'm just like, so who's getting to like $2 million in the millennial generation right now? So I was like, I don't think any of us are really going to make it the way this is going. And retirement age keeps getting pushed back, obviously, for many reasons. So the main purpose of it was kind of just to talk and be like, so where y'all at on track of that? Because I just did some basic math. And if you were to start now at the age of, let's say, 30, you need to save about $5,000 a month, $5,000 to $6,000 a month just to get. So, yeah, why you look so disheartened? My God,
dog, that's just so much money that just to put to the side. Like, that's so much.
Yeah,
let's just say 5,000, right? You say 5,000 a month, 5,000 times 12 months a year.
But then, like, how do you pay rent? How do you like? How do you? Oh my God! How do you eat? Like, how do you do anything?
Yeah. So 60,000 times 30 gives you what we have 1.8 million. So if you save from age 30 to 60, $5,000 a month, you make it. So start saving $5,000 a month right now. And then remember, that's not adjusted for inflation. That's not adjusted for when you get sick. Someone else gets sick around you. You decide to go to school for whatever dumb or smart reason. You decide to make an investment, it goes bad, because when you invest, everything doesn't go up. It sometimes comes down. And then, the things you said, how do you eat? How do you sleep? Do you even gross 5,000 a month?
Yeah, that's like the other thing. It's like, so 5K a month, that puts you in the what, like 60K a year range?
No.
That's like what?
Sound like
that does not put you in the 60K range. That will put you near the 90 to 100K range.
Yeah,
that's
when you're not talking
benefits.
Taxes.
Okay,
so when you're not talking taxes and things, directly 60,000 a year. That's what that is. But then taxes will kick you probably to like 48 to 54 or something like that.
So yeah, like fucking no one in our generation can afford that. Well, not no one, but like that.
Most of us will not make that.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the question would be, so like to start the bottom layer would be like Roth IRA investments. First of all, how many of us have a Roth IRA?
I never even heard of that till just now.
I'm with Dante here. What is that?
Oh,
I got one.
Look at him in the background.
He's just
I understand the question.
See the shadow in the back.
Oh.
So they always talk about like the earlier you save, the easier it gets, all that fun stuff. And it's true to a degree with compounded interest. $1 40 years ago is worth thousands now, all that stuff. Once again, I'm not the financial guru of it. I'm the talk shows.
The best one we got.
Yeah, and I'm telling you guys, I'm not good enough to get you guys there, at least not yet.
Yeah, all right.
But
right.
What I'm
All
saying,
right, so we're fucked. So back to the moral of the story is
Mhm.
that's what it is.
Because
like,
a lot of what we needed to do, which to be honest with you, should have started 5 to 10 years ago. I mean, the perfect time would have been 5-ish years ago. My plan was at 30, but you need to start saving so early and use your Roth IRA. So for those who don't know, pretty much it's a special tax haven account that you can put pre-tax dollars into directly from your paycheck. So in a sense, you kind of sort of give yourself a raise because you're decreasing how much money you're bringing in that's taxable. That's the big thing about it. So you fund the account with pre-tax dollars. So by the time you retire, you have this giant nest egg that grows, hopefully at market rate. Hopefully it's still there by the time we get to 65. But that's the long story short what a Roth IRA account would, or excuse me, a traditional IRA account would be. A Roth IRA account's more investment after tax dollars. That's a whole separate topic, but we're talking about just a traditional IRA account. Companies offer them, and you should.
Yeah, you better catch it.
All right,
I'm trying.
Let me run this back. All right, so when you hire for a job, you get a compensation package. In your compensation package, you might see something where your employer will match a certain amount you put in.
Right.
That would be your traditional IRA account, generally speaking. So if you put in 6% of your paycheck, let's say you make $1,000, so $60, you put in $60, your employer will match $60.
So like 401k.
Yeah, your 401k.
Okay.
That's
Right.
exactly what we're talking about here.
All right, now I'm on track.
I'm
here. Like
yes, your 401k. Yes. So it's pretty much free money. Always matched was what I was taught when I was going to school and things like that, because you're just leaving money on the table. So that is meant for slow, very long-term growth. The thing is with it, because so little of us know about it, you're starting at age 30 and up for something that should have hopefully started at 18 or 20 and up, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. So you already cut the time period by about 10 years. For me, I was fine with things. I was like, I'm going to invest in myself for like these 10 years. But when I hit 30, like dead serious, we got to plot this out, because it's not just me. It's also your partner. It's also if you have kids. In this point, since we're in America, people also consider their animals as kids at this point. So it's also your animals. I mean, it's just how Americans are. I mean, it's what it is. But then you also have to think about, we're in declining medical care. Like, we aren't healthy people. How do you budget in addition to diabetes, obesities, cardiovascular heart conditions? Like, how do you budget? Like, there's just so much going. The whole pandemic. Like, really, there's so many factors that people have against themselves at this point financially, and then throw in the Black community on top of that, and we think like J's are our investments. Like
Jordan designers,
design. So
Versace glasses. I don't know if that's even a thing anymore, but
I'm sure it is somewhere. But we're so brand loyal for things that don't matter, and I'm just saying here like, hey, are any of us making it to like retirement? Is that even going to be a word by the time
we're going to survive until retirement?
Yeah, but like,
we could drag him across that retirement finishing line. Like, yay, but now what? It's like, but now what? What do I do now?
Yeah, so that's the thing, because even on top of retirement, right? Raise your hand if you have debt.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, that's
yeah. So
we live in a country built on debt, basically.
Yeah. So my thing is like, how are any of us going to make it to retirement? Like we gonna hold jobs forever.
Survival mode.
Yeah,
Constant survival mode.
I started getting into it a lot harder nowadays. But I mean, it's not like it's not possible to reach that amount by the age of 65. You just you just need like, yeah, if you would have started at the age of 20, I mean, you would have more, more leeway and stuff to do something. But like now, if you start at 30, it's not like the end of the world. That's what Alex is not saying. He's not saying that no, he's not saying that. He was like, yo, you need to start thinking about this now. Like now. But like for me, like I'm just thinking about it now. Like I'm like, yeah, because I'm getting into like dividends and like I'm trying to get like, I had told Alex, like I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get like at least I forgot what was that amount. I think I'm trying to get like 100. I want at least 100,000 shares, and Horizon, if I can do that, because that 100,000 will turn into $1,000 a month. So, and that's just sitting there.
1/5 of your retirement fund.
Yeah,
that's just sitting there, and that's constant. And then I can make that, and then once that 1,000 a month goes in, I can make that relapse into the Horizon again, and it'll just keep going over and over and over every month. And sooner or later, it's just gonna get so damn big that it's.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, sooner or later, it's just gonna get so big that I don't have to work. Like, because if you end up, if you have, like, let's just say 500,000 in a dividend share, and you get 10 cents, that's $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month. A month. Like, do the math, dog. Like that is five. So basically, you have 500,000 shares. You would have 500,000 shares. I think that would be about
50,000.
Was it $50,000?
50,000 if you're getting 10 cents a share. At
50,000
shares.
Yes, 50. That's $50,000. 50,000. And if you get to that 5,000, you and that keeps going over and over and over again, bro. What? I'm just gonna be sitting there looking at this and just.
Humans love watching numbers go up, man. Humans love it. But the two things before I want to turn off to everyone else and just hear what people have to say. The first thing I want to say is, one, what's your strategy in making it? Because everyone's strategy is going to be different. I mean, Afro's clearly saying what his strategy is that he's working toward, and who knows, it'll change as we get, growing age, as new markets come up. Like crypto could actually be a viable strategy now, which is amazing because before crypto, I mean, good luck working your 9 to 5. So,
right.
But there's two things. One, what's your strategy? And then two, after the strategy, there is something that is taking off. You're not going to hear too much about it in media because it's kind of extreme, but understandably so. It's called FIRE. It stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. And the long story short, what FIRE means is you save between like 50 to somewhat up to like 80 to 90% of your income to save money to pretty much do what Afro was saying. And you live very minimalistically, like ridiculously minimalistically. Like we're talking about tiny house, couple showers a week. Like you eat out maybe once or twice a month, if you even eat out, cooking, like all this stuff. And you do it for such a long time period that you lower your expenses to the point where you can retire at like 40 because you've saved up enough money so that the dividends you get in outweigh what you spend so that you can always keep your threshold of living. So it's a really cool concept and people are doing it, but it's incredibly hard to do. Because I mean, think about it now. Like if someone said, you have to save 80 to 90% of your paycheck. Let's even say 70%. Yeah, you don't know. Go for it. Your strategy and then what you think about FIRE.
Can I say something about
we'll go with our guest, Jacque. Enlighten us.
Go ahead.
Thanks. No, it's not so much enlightening. It's just like, so like I know a few people that like are doing like the FIRE method, and it's like basically just like if you're in just like a really comfortable income bracket, like you can totally do it. And just like it's basically just a early retirement plan, kind of like you said. But like minimalism's weird to me because like it is one of those things that like it kind of works better if you have more money, which like in a weird way goes against the spirit of it, but like you know what I mean? It's like just
Yeah.
one of those things. Just like actually, like the more money you have, the better minimalism is. Like you can buy like less stuff of like such premium quality that like that's genuinely all you need.
Mhm.
You know, so that's just like that little tidbit I just wanted to like speak out on.
All right.
Do you have
So-
a strat to make it, Jacque,
Yeah.
to 65? Have you thought about, well, first, have you thought about a strat? And if you have, what is it? If you haven't, I mean,
I am torn between being convinced that we're probably gonna die at 40 or not die at all. And
What?
coin
Yeah.
toss it.
because like when I genuinely ask myself the question of like how long am I gonna live?
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna die within the next 20 years or like never die at all. Like it's just like
Okay.
So 20 years puts you around age 50.
yeah.
So you're saying you're comfortable still working, doing everything the same for the next 20 years?
Yeah, I mean there's this old saying, right? Like artists don't retire, we just die.
Yeah, y'all don't.
So
That's
like yeah, I mean like what I would like to do is to like not need to like do art like for like not so much like not do it for a living, but like not do art that I don't want. Like because I like need to make a living, like that would be nice, like around like the 40s, 50s range.
Mhm.
But aside from that, yeah, like I don't know, I'll probably just like make stuff until I die. Or
I mean,
don't die.
That
Yeah,
sounds like a
that
legit
sound like
plan.
a-
I don't.
yeah.
I like that.
Oh my, really?
I like that plan. Like,
Hey,
just,
All right.
like,
So
it's like effort.
Wait, no,
like,
wait. And then when he dies, he gets famous off it, and then it goes to his family.
Because when artists die, their work increases in value. It goes up.
Yeah.
So that's a solid plan. It's unorthodox, but it's solid. I like it.
all right.
I like
So
it.
for a more
you're not gonna
logical
benefit from
plan,
everybody else. though.
Now I know some of you own some of my art. If any of y'all murder me to try to
That sounds like a
You
good
be-
strategy.
You be in the background like, mm-hmm.
Oh my god, the bourbon.
but
Yeah.
my strategy is of course, I told you the dividends, getting the dividends, look at some stocks and things like that. I was like, even though this is a meme coin, the Shiba coin, even though it's a meme coin, I was like, let me just drop like $200 on that, because that gives you about, like, for what it is right now, that gives you about, like, I think 10 or 9 million 10 or 9 million coins or something like that. Billion, not million. Was it billion or billion? Million coins.
That coin is
So-
literally like 0.0000008.
Yeah. So it's like, it's like,
Dogecoin was.
Mhm.
yeah. So Dogecoin, and everybody always said, "Oh, it's a meme coin." Yeah, Dogecoin was a meme coin too, and look what the fuck happened. So, and that's why I try to make people explain, like, try to make people understand, is that because if you have 11 million of those coins, and that coin goes up to 10 cents, you're basically at your retirement amount.
So the craziest thing is, like, I was sitting there thinking that too. I was like, hey, what if I just put $100 in all these random meme coins, right? Eventually, if one of these meme coins does what Doge does, goes to 10 cents, 30 cents for it, this is literally all. I think it's better than playing the lottery because you could just put $10 even in something worth less than a penny, and it goes to $1. Like, you're set.
That's what I did
so-
with Doge.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, like I was saying, like, it's just like, I understand, like, Shiba coin. Yeah, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna put like 200 Shiba. Like 200 is nothing, and I'm just gonna leave it.
Forget about it.
And forget about it. And if I see it go to 10 cents, I'll be like, hey, don't I got some of that somewhere? And I'm just gonna, and at that point, I'm just gonna sell. And the thing is, like, people will think, oh, you're gonna sell and retire. No, I'm not gonna sell and retire. I'm gonna sell it, and I'm gonna put that money into that dividends, and I'm just gonna keep making money off that. And then
dividend man.
I like, they gonna be calling me Div Man.
Doge father. We got Div father.
Because like at the end of the day, if I can make 6,000 to 6,000 in dividends, I can, and that's just like a constant. I can retire.
I can live off that. 6 a
I can
month.
retire.
Yeah,
That's 6K a
my
month.
partner.
I can retire off that because everybody thinks like, oh, but that's only dividends. Yeah, but I could put that money, that 6,000, to another stock. I can put that to another stock. I can put that somewhere else. I can put that in the coin. I can put it on I could wipe my ass with it. I could do what I want to do with it.
And have
So
BCs and cocaine all up in your booty holes.
exactly right. But that's the thing. Like you gotta think. Like you gotta think about it. And
You
it's
gotta
like,
think, Mark.
You gotta think. You gotta
I
think.
just finished that episode like yesterday, and I get it now.
You get
But
it?
Oh my god, welcome to the club.
but no, but like, and that's the thing. Like, if I could do that and I have my family, I'm fine. I'm not a man where I need all of these things. Not even my wife. She doesn't need all these things. If I give her makeup, she is 100% good. That's she is good. So it's just like I could do these things. I don't know about my kids, but like me, you give me a game, I'm straight. I got a good computer and a game, I'm straight. I'm not one of those people. I don't need to be driving with a Lamborghini and all that stuff and everything like that. I'm not gonna buy a new car. I'm just gonna buy a used car. I don't believe in the aspect of buying a new car. It's just retarded to me. So I was like, I'm still like over here thinking about like everybody's like, yo, why don't you get a house? I'm like, the house for me in my mind, houses are like the biggest scam for me.
Jacque, you okay?
Like,
Some
Oh,
PTSD.
Yeah, he had a
Oh
moment.
my
he-
god,
he
I could
relapsed.
go off on houses.
like
I had a Vietnam
houses
flashback.
are
Oh
yeah,
my
like
God.
houses are like the biggest scam for me in some aspects because you buy a house, you pay that house fully, and you're like, yeah, this is
shit goes down.
you great, and shit just starts breaking and everything like that. And you're just like, so it's. But I understand why people get houses because houses are a good investment. They are, but to me, I'm just like, I understand, but I'd rather just rent out a house because if something breaks, that person has to fix it.
Right,
I don't.
yeah, that's somebody else. Just knock on my door when you're ready. Like,
It's funny you mentioned that because I was about to say the next thing that people don't think about, like this isn't only like a monetary issue, this is also time as a resource issue. It's like the closer you get to end of life, of course, the less time you have to make things actually make sense. And the same way with it as well. And he brought up a good point. Afro was like, if you're not making it alone, you can band with other people so that y'all can make it as a group. And the issue with that is in our community, we don't bond together.
Yeah,
we're
like,
all alone. And that's
like,
what makes it so hard.
Right, because I know Yori's like, yo, I know Alex is like, yo, hey, if you come back to Virginia, we can get a house and we can do that. I'm like, yo, that's lowering my cost on living. That's lowering his cost on living. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you know what? That don't sound like a bad idea. Yeah. And then I told my friends that they're like, yeah, but you're gonna want something of your own. And I was like, no, I want money. I want to keep my money. That's what I want.
You would have everything of your own. Like that's the thing. Like let's say you build a village, right? You would get a house and 5 bedroom or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have your own money to have your own.
I got my own. This section of the house.
Like this wing, this right wing. Is mine. Like this is my part of the house. I don't even see Alex in it.
The funny thing is about that. The funny thing about that, if he gets a house, say like this house has 6 bedrooms, something like that, that house could possibly run to like $2,500 a month, $3,000 a month, right? If you cut that in half, basically just paying for an apartment. Yeah. But you got a house.
And you can rent it out, and that's what I was telling. And then one piece of my stress, like, even if one of us chooses to leave, and of course I want both our name on the lease, we can rent this house out. We have an asset forever that we can control and rent to other people. And that's literally another dividend coming back to us. And yeah, sure, we'll have to fix certain things, but we already have the house and there's multiple of us doing it, not just one person.
All right. So my boy Quentin, he just 2 years ago, he left Kuwait. He was in Kuwait for 10 years. 10 years in Kuwait. That's a lot of money you stacked up.
That's like 50 years in America.
Yeah, exactly. He bought 2 houses. Both his houses are paid off. The first house he gave to a Filipino couple that runs a hair styling thing. He don't got to work no more. because he's constantly just getting money, and he's a military vet with 100% disability.
He has one at life, my friend.
That is a
bravo,
beautiful life.
Quentin. Bravo.
For 2 years, for 2 years, he has not worked. He's been working on his YouTube. For
He
2
has-
years.
He has the time in the financial backing to do it.
And that's what I said.
Yeah.
Time is a resource. Like, it is so pertinent that you utilize your time well.
And my plan is for this year and the next year, I'm trying to become like completely debt free. I want like my 2 to 3 years plan. I'm trying to be completely debt free. I ain't doing no more credit cards, no more loans, none of that. Not a damn thing. So, and then after that, so that's 33. By the age of 40, I want to at least make in dividends, at least make about $2,000 a month. Because if I can get, and if by the age of 40, if I can get $2,000 a month, all I have to do is get to that extra $3,000. And I'm good.
Yeah, man. This is when being an adult, that's why I think like being an adult is exciting. When you start planning your life and reaching milestones and accomplishing things, you're like, oh man, this is amazing. But then when you're not doing that and you're like, oh, this sucks, everything's on fire. And I'm the only one that can put it out. Like, that's when being an adult really starts sucking.
Yeah, like and I'm not even talking about like I already told my wife, like I was like, listen, I'm gonna be using you to create another account because I'm gonna be having 2 of them janks on my phone, hers and mine, and I'm just gonna be
looking at crypto. Yeah, it's just
Wait, why would you need 2?
Because I only could do one thing that Alice brought up to me is that I only could put it like how much 6,000
individual right now. This year is 6,000 for Roth IRA to invest in the stock market. But
yeah,
if you have another person, that's another 6,000. Things get a little bit different when you're married, but just to keep it base level, another individual can put in 6,000. So I have a household of 3: myself, my hopefully future wife, and then my roommate. If I manage everyone's portfolio, that's 18,000 after tax dollars I can put in to manage and grow. Versus myself, which is only 6.
Yeah, so I'm like, listen, I'm trying to get in. That's why I'm like, that's why I'm trying to find a job quick. 'Cause I'm trying to get this ball rolling now. Like I'm trying to hit that. I'm be running like Sonic.
Yep, and that's what that's like when 30 hits, like it's a new mindset. Like we gotta make it. What's the plan? We gotta move. There ain't no time.
Cause I'm trying to cause luckily, you know, my wife is Filipino, and you know how their family mindset works is that they all work until they get older. Then their kids work and take care of their parents. Look, I'm cool with that. 100%. But I want some money for me for still. So if my kid goes, my son or daughter or both my kids go in there, like, yeah, Dad, we'll take care of you. I'll be like, cool, go ahead, do what y'all need to do. I got money right here too. I'm just gonna be chilling though. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, we made OnlyFans.
Oh, okay, little big. All we gotta do is get up.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
Dante or Ghost.
I'm making it up as I go. I ain't gonna lie.
I respect
the plane
that.
as you fly.
Yeah,
I
it's just like
respect
it's
that. I
just
totally respect
it's
that.
just huh?
No, I was just I respect that. Like
Yeah, it's just like I'm just making. I'm like I just plan it as it comes. Like I was telling Alex in the beginning of the year, like the plan of 2021 is to reduce costs, like bills and whatever. It's gone decent. I mean, I've reduced some, like my phone bill. I had Sprint. Like, even though it's on a much smaller scale, but I am saving money in the long run, right? So my Sprint bill was like $200 and some for 2 lines. That was insane. Sprint is trash here. Like, I can't even go to work. I gotta step outside just to use my phone at my job. This is insane, right? So I had once I got the free money, James, you got to get the free money. So I think it was the stimulus. I took the stimulus. I was like, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna invest it back in me. And I bought out my phones. I bought out the phones, and then I was telling them, the people, I said, I want to go. I was trying to act like I thought they was going to try to screw me over. So they was like, oh, so what you going to do? You going to stay with Sprint? I'm like, yeah. I'm going to stay with Sprint or T-Mobile or whatever. I'm going to stay. They're like, oh, okay. I said, yeah, but can you unlock them though? They're like, but if you stay in, why you unlocking it? I said, no, I just
Oh
Just want
god.
to be free.
I just want, yeah. I don't want to no longer be
I
oppressed
don't want
by.
these chains on me no more.
Like, W is a free elf.
Yeah, I was like, I don't. I just. Well, I said I googled it, and they said once you pay off your phones, you will unlock them. So unlock them, and
So
so they was like, all right. So they unlocked them, and I was like, all right, thanks. Went right to Cricket. Because I did the research. Cricket used AT&T towers. AT&T has wonderful service here. I'm not going to Verizon because all of that. That's just too
Yeah,
high for me.
Verizon.
So
Verizon.
I went to Cricket, got that, even though it's kind of a slight headache or whatever, just the process or whatever, but got it done. Now my phone bill for 2 lines is $90. Like, look, I'm saving at least $100.
Yeah,
Like something like that. You know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
how much is it?
It's $90 for 2 lines. Yeah, you might want to. Yeah, that light bulb went off, didn't it?
Yeah. So like for me, every year in
Oh,
June,
mine.
is when
I only pay
reevaluate.
$10.
You pay $10 on. Oh yeah, well you're like on your dad's and stuff like that though. So,
And
like,
we got 2 military.
yeah. So you got that, and they'll never know all the other discounts that they left the job. I always tell them, don't ever tell them.
But yeah, so outside of that, just reducing just every day or every monthly bills. Just I'm trying to invest, trying to learn stocks. And I started talking about crypto and all that stuff. I was like, that's why I just post in the messenger just dumb shit, because that's the only thing I can do to balance out the
the studying, like the academics.
Yeah, y'all just talking about all this crypto. I'm just like, what the hell is this? Like, I don't have time for this. I'm trying to learn stocks right now. And then y'all come in with crypto. Like, I can't keep up with y'all right now. Like, y'all can have that. But while y'all having it, let me post this stupid video I found from TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm trying to like just trying to I'm saying I got 401k with my job, got 401k. That's going up.
Bro.
I mean, I don't think it can go anywhere but up. I don't know. I just throw my money, I throw my percent, and I leave it alone. I don't even look at it.
I don't mess with that 401k, bro. Like,
Oh, take a look at it. You gotta
I do check it. I check it just to see how much it's grown. But as far as the dynamics of it, they're like, it gave me options when I was signing up for it. They was like, you want to put 6%, 8%, 10%, whatever. I was like,
what do y'all match?
Fuck it, I'll just throw in 8% and then see what happens. And then I was just like, all right, sign out.
Just
see the thing about me, like one of my coworkers was telling me about 401k. So I was with Vectors, they were talking about they weren't gonna match 401k. So I looked at the dude when he said that, and I said, he was like, do you want 401k? I was like, fuck no. And my coworker was like, but 401k is something you can put like towards your future. I was like, if they're not matching it, that shit's useless. Like, that shit's completely useless, bro. I'm not messing with that.
Far stretch, but if that's your strategy, I mean, at the rate crypto's growing, as far as your return on investment, you could kind of make an argument and be like 401k is useless. However, crypto's so volatile. One day you might be up.
And one day you might be down.
You're gonna be under the dirt.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I was just like, she was just like, yeah. She was like, what? Wow. She was like, why do you want it to match? I was like, because I want it to grow. I don't want my money to go in there and just sit in there. I'd rather take my money and put that to something else. Yeah. So it's just, so like, she was just like, oh, you're not gonna be fine in the future. I was like, you're stupid, but have fun with it.
And you have to prove her wrong in 30 years.
Yeah, you have to find her when you retire.
laugh at her in Doge in 10 years.
Nah, just take your dividends and just throw it in her face. Like, here's all my dividends.
Every month show up at her house.
Write her a letter. Ha ha. I got Doge.
Every month it gets longer. These highs are my dividends. They're only
the letter A is the zeros that I'm counting.
Yeah, like I tell everybody else that does 401k, because everybody thinks that it's not the smartest thing to do. Unless your 401k is matching, then you put it in there. But if it's not matching, you're basically just putting your money in there just to sit. And you're just continuously.
You're not getting taxed on that money, so it does increase technically, and since it does increase your spending power, because it's more, it's still your money. So
right. But the thing is, the one thing I don't, the one thing I don't like about 401k, the one thing I do not like a lot is that they're like, yeah, if you pull it out before the XYZ, we take this much out of it. I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
and that's why I'm just like, yo, that's something up with 401k, and I don't like it. Like,
but there's some more jargon for you guys. But there's qualifying events that you can take out. So I believe first-time homeowner you can take out for without penalty.
Yeah,
there's some for Roth and things like that.
I know those.
Medical, yeah.
But like when you're just trying to take something out just to, because my friend dealt with it. He had 401k and he was like, yo, I need to pay my like bill, but I was just like, he was like, I'm gonna have to pull out my 401k. I was like, yeah, go for it. He was like, I don't want to. I was like, why? And this one I just didn't know. He was like, because I'm gonna get penalized. So I was like, but it's your money though. He was just like, I know. He was like, I hate that thing. I was just like, and when he was telling me, I was like, but you're trying to do that to survive. Like, can't they just waive the penalty?
Welcome to banking, my friend. I remember when I was growing up the first time they taught me the concept of banks in high school because I've always been a business major. And they're like, yeah, we'll open you up an account and then we'll charge you like $2 a month. I'm like, but it's my money. Why are you charging me? Like, because we hold your money and keep it safe. I can keep my money safe by myself.
I can just put it in a shoebox or something. I got a shoebox. Like I can just put it in my shoebox and then just...
Welcome to Black culture, not trusting banks.
But yeah, so like, yeah, unless the 401k is matching a certain percentage, if it's matching 3, I'm for it. I'm like, go for it. I'll put some in it. You give me 3%. I'm still gonna be a little bit skeptical on it, but I'm gonna do it. But
anti 401k though.
But I'm just like, yo, I'd rather just put it in the dividends to be for real.
Yeah, exactly. Like if it's 3%, just put all of that into stocks. You'll probably get more.
Oh, you will. I guarantee you will.
Exactly. So it's just like, I'm like, do we really want to say? Do we really want to depend on 401k? And the one thing I don't like, though, now there is a downside with both stocks and Bitcoin and all that stuff, because if you don't leave that, okay. So one of my coworkers died of a heart attack in Kuwait. The godfather of Bitcoin. He had about like 1.5 million something Bitcoin. He died. No one knew his login, nothing like that. That money is gone.
And this is a time period where like if you were like 18 to now and you were real good at hacking, imagine if like you were a close friend and they're like, yo, if you hack his stuff, we'll give you like 10%. He'd be like, exactly. This is you need an ethical hacker right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then there's another guy.
That like is a job though. Like cracking coin cases. That's like an actual thing.
Job. Yeah. There's another guy who he has one more login for his coin, his wallet. His wallet. He has one more login and he has $6 million in it. He has one more. He forgot his password. I'm like, you fucked yourself.
He goes millionaire.
That is literally like my fear. Like I feel like if something happens to my phone, I'm like, no, because like I really don't care about like modern tech on my phone like that. But I'm just like, imagine since I do a live investment through my phone, I'll be like, how do I get my stuff back? So anytime I'm like missing my phone, I'm like, no, I need to find it now. Someone logs in and transfers my investments. Like I'll just cry. Yeah. I'll cry for like 2 weeks straight. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna save you a lot of heartbreak right now. Use 2 phones.
Oh yeah, no. I logged in through my PC, so I know now.
Yeah,
like, I went through it in my head, and I was like, how would I get into my Robinhood? So
yeah, I got Coinbase and Robinhood on my computer. Got logins. I am golden.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm happy that the age of technology is so good. So
imagine this through dial-up.
Oh God.
Send that just like this.
But then that trade last week. What do you mean this process?
Wait, that's Robinhood on like a heavy day.
Yeah,
like that's Robinhood.
Bro, when everything went down with Bitcoin and everything like that, Coinbase was lagging, bro. I was like, bro, I need to pull out like yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw. I was like, I ain't risking this. Well, segue. Ghost, we haven't got to you yet.
What was the question?
What is your plan on surviving in retirement?
Oh no. How did we change it from making it to surviving?
Yeah, I know.
I
It's
would
just
like-
y'all so depressive. Like,
No, because
how
I
are
mean,
you? What's your strat to retire?
to survive
If you
in
have
retirement.
one. Oh my gosh.
Well, basically, it's kind of like what Afro was saying, just like the dividends, like and invested in that. Trying to find a bunch of them so I can get like 6,000 or a certain amount, that I could live off of, and also a 401k, and just try to invest more and stop, try to get my debt down and just stop spending on stuff I really don't need, and focus on, myself and stuff like that.
All right. Lots of different strats.
I like mine's the best. Just make it up as you go.
And also,
No, but-
like what you were saying is putting stuff in the stocks like Dogecoin. Oh my god! I was in that moment where I was like, I could just put $1,000 in this thing or whatever.
Everyone in the United
Yeah,
States. In that
but
moment.
I had like 690, and I was just like, I could just put more. It was like it's crazy how much.
How much of a jump you saw?
Yeah, in both directions. Like the jump.
I know it was like.
It was like a conversation. My friend was like, "Hey, you seen that Dogecoin? Oh, you see how big it got?" I said, "What you mean?" I looked at it. I was just like, it's just like,
Yep.
That was my coworker and Tesla. Because remember the Tesla stock split,
Yes.
and we talked about it before
split.
the split. He was like, my friend told me about Tesla the first time they came because he's like in the 40s. His friend told him invest hard, and he didn't, and he's been kicking himself for it. So he was telling me next time something happens, I'm gonna buy. Tesla stock split happened. I threw my whole account at it. I was like, let's go. Tesla went from, I think the split started like around 4 or 5. It skyrocketed to like 8. And I was like, woo! And I was like, you invested, right? And he was like, nah.
That's tragic. That's
It
just
is,
tragic.
but he did it to himself. But
He did it to himself.
the lessons you learned in life. Like, it's gonna happen again. There's gonna be another Dogecoin. We're gonna look at it. 2 of us might invest. 3 of us won't. 2 are gonna be like, "Woo, we popping bottles with bottles." And then the other one,
This man said we popping bottles with bottles.
That's my favorite Rich line quote. When you can pop bottles with bottles, you know you mean. But it's a toss-up. Who knows what will happen in the next 35 years? For me, 35 years.
35 years? Are you kidding me?
No, I hit
Dude,
65.
like half of this stuff happened in like a year.
Yeah, half of
Half of
this
this stuff
literally
was
been-
last year.
Yeah, this has been 3 years running looking at crypto. Like, if you look at any crypto coin 3 years ago on creation, and now, you'd be like, hey, what was I doing?
Yeah.
I could be a millionaire right now. So,
Yeah, I wish
keep your eyes open.
I wish I would have I wish people would have told me about stocks when I was younger.
Yeah.
Oh my god, me too.
And how much easier it was to get into it. I thought it was a lot more complicated to get into.
Okay, I feel like before things like Robinhood, it actually was kind of complicated.
I mean, I have a TD Ameritrade account. I mean, it's a lot of data. So, like, it is scary because you're like, I have no idea what's important or not. There's all these numbers, there's all this stuff. I don't want to mess something up, and then the Fed's after me. But it's like, hey, you gotta start somewhere, man.
That's
That
overall
was really the topic, though. Thank y'all for entertaining
Yeah.
this topic. And thank you, guest, for coming on.
Thank you.
Guess
Jacque.
Jacque.
We gotta
Guess
put
Jacque.
your art
was
up there
awesome.
so people can see your stuff.
Oh, sorry?
I said we gotta get your like handles and stuff so we can put in description so people can see your art.
I'm on my phone. Let me like grab something.
Oh, yeah,
Can
we can
put it-
do all
Can we
that.
do it in post?
Yeah,
Can we
no,
do it
so
in
we'll do it
post?
afterwards. It's all right. You got any closing remarks?
I like how you take charge. It's so beautiful.
No, I
I,
warned you about this.
No,
Closing
I'm
remarks.
perfectly okay with it though.
It's like this is it's so
Closing
dominant.
remarks.
All right.
Closing remarks. If you're
So-
young and you're looking at this, hey, I am black as day. If you're young and you're looking at this, invest. Try to invest in yourself. Try to find out what you want. Look, read. That's reading is fundamental. Okay, but invest try to save up, try to figure things out, open your own business, do something, figure something out to progress your own future, because nobody else is gonna hold your hand for it. Everybody, the world's just gonna open up and be like, "Hey, dog, here you go," and it's gonna kick you in the butt, and you can be on the grounds drowning on grass. So, all right, so that's all I got to say.
All right, be smart.
Shadow Night out.
Shadow
Shadow
Night.
Night.
Hey, like he really blended in. Like if he went for his shirt, he really would have blended in into the darkness,
know,
like
right?
Batman or something.
Yeah, it's funny.
But James, do you?
It's like,
I don't know. James, you want to close this out?
I got a quick closing remark. Then we'll give it to Ghost to close out. So what I'll say is, you never hear of anyone's success story in their 9 to 5. Your 9 to 5 isn't making you that wealthy. You gotta do something else. So make sure you supplement your income, have your side hustles and gigs, but be legit about it. Open up a business, have a track record, so that when you do need help from a bank or you do need a loan, you can get it. So just work with other people. You don't have to do it all alone. It's scary. It's tough. It's rough. So stop doing things alone.
All right.
Ghost, take us out.
And let us know what your financial strategy is. And thank you again for our guest, Jacque, coming out here. And like and subscribe and catch us next time.
Listen, like hit that like.
Hey, like and subscribe and catch us next time. Hey, look at him.
Yeah.
All right.